am Dr. Chitramaya. In this video, you are going to learn how to answer top 3 interview questions. They are: introduce yourself or tell me about yourself, and why should I hire you, and finally, what is your long-term goal. And for each question, you will know why this question is asked and what are the strategies that you have to adopt, and finally at the end of each question you will get golden tips. Now let us see the first question. Introduce yourself or tell me about yourself. This could be the first question for all the candidates, irrespective of being experienced or a rookie, or maybe you are at the entry level. So 99% of the times this could be your very first question. So if you prepare well, you can get over it, and the job is yours. Now let us see why this question is asked. The reasons for asking these questions could be to set you at ease, or it will serve as an icebreaker, and they want to check your general competencies. Like, all the interviewers would be carrying an evaluation sheet for each candidate that has maybe 10, 15 or 20 competencies or parameters that they have to evaluate. They could be your communication skills, body language, eye contact, self-confidence, and many more parameters. So if you start answering the question, they'll quickly put a tick against each parameter. So the moment you finish the answer, almost you are through. So don't take it lightly. Prepare very well for this question. Also, to judge whether to continue the interview or not, in a rush to complete the numbers, they're in a rush to conduct the interview in a quicker way. So if you are very well prepared, you will give a very good answer and the job is yours. Sometimes they scuttle the interview in the middle, and they might ask you to leave because they have to see better candidates waiting outside. So take care. Now let us see the strategies that you can adopt. The CV style is one strategy. How you will do this, we will see, and non-CV style and a blended style. The first one, the CV style, which you will give all your factual information that really happened in your life. They are your qualification, certifications, internship details and project details, achievements like academic achievements, co-curricular and extracurricular achievements that you have done at schooling level and at the college level. And also you will talk about your strengths, particularly your soft skills. Then you will talk about your hobbies, and finally you will talk about your family background. This is CV style. Then when your background is not suitable or is not matching with the job description, you will adopt this strategy. This is non-CV style. Or sometimes the interviewers might ask you, because every candidate is giving the same information, factual information, they might ask you to give something, the information other than that is given in the CV. Then you can adopt this style, which is non-CV style, and the whole content in this style is emotional content, which you can say something like you have not given your dream and long-term goal in your CV, that you will talk about it here, and you will talk about 3-4 role models in different fields. Like, you can take one role model from sports, another from business, another from technology, or from entertainment. Like that, you can take 3 or 4 role models and talk about 1 line or 2 lines about each. Then you can talk about your favorite things, like favorite food, movie, actor, or place, book, player, etc. And you can keep on adding few more things, and you can talk about your likes and dislikes. Likes are something akin to your strengths, and dislikes, please don't talk about too much of things that you hate. Dislike doesn't mean hating something. It is a sugar coated weakness. Like, I dislike being late to any commitment, any party, or a meeting. So that's how you will give a sugar coated weakness. Then you will talk about your memorable events in your life, particularly at school level or at college level. So this is how you will give your non-CV style. And my vote is for the blended style, because you will take the best from your factual information, that is from your CV, and also you will take information from non-CV style, and you will design the best answer and you will deliver it with confidence. This is blended style, which you will talk about your dream, long-term goal, qualification, achievements, role models, strengths, hobbies, and family background. Now, let us see the golden tips in the form of do's and don'ts. You have to give a detailed answer, because this question is categorized under open-ended question. So you can't give a brief short answer. You have to give a detailed answer in a convincing way. So please give a detailed answer and match the information with job description. Always keep that in mind, and you need not give the whole information in the world. And showcase your strengths, achievements relevant to the job requirement or the job description. And one thing that you have to really keep in mind, what is that? Never talk about your weaknesses. Never ever talk about your weaknesses unless and until asked. It is a golden rule that you cannot forget. And we shall see the next question, that is second question, why should I hire you? As usual, we shall see why this question is asked, the strategies and the golden tips. Why this question is asked? To check whether you have clarity on the job description, whether you have come for the right job, and is it a win-win situation or win-win proposition? At the end of the deal, no party should feel that he's a loser. So, employer and the candidate both should feel that they are winners at the end of the deal. And also, they check your persuasion and negotiation skills. What are persuasion and negotiation skills, by the way? They are your convincing skills. So, they want to see your convincing skills too. And now let us see the strategies to answer this question. A tailor-made CV for the position is much needed. Before you go for the interview, just sit with a paper and pen and have your CV aside. Then start writing, start converting your content into conversation mode. That means you are writing your speech. So that's how you will prepare your convincing statements. That's how you have prepared your answer, and match your employability skills with the position you have applied for. Also, present relevant information that support your claim. And we shall see the golden tips now. Take care not to brag too much about your technical skills, because the people sitting across the table are experts in that field. If you brag too much, they'll corner you and your game would be over. So focus more on strengths, that is soft skills, because they cannot contest anything that you say. They have to believe what you say in terms of your soft skills. So please stress on soft skills. Then correlate your skills and strengths with the job description. And finally, rather than stressing more on qualifications, certifications, focus more on skills, achievements, and experience. This is how you can answer to this very important question. Now we shall see the third question. what is your long-term goal? Now we shall see the third question, what is your long-term goal? And as usual, we shall see why this question is asked, the strategies that you can adopt, and the golden tips for you. Now we shall see why this question is asked. To check whether your long-term goal is aligning with company's goals. If that is not the case, then automatically you are rejected. So try to align your personal goals with the company's goals. Then they want to check your ambition level. People with so ambition level, like I want to just get a job, they don't like. You have to sound ambitious in your voice. You have to say down the road 5 to 10 years I want to see myself in top leadership positions where I can take decisions for the growth of the company. That sounds ambition. They want to recruit people who are ambitious, because in the process of achieving their long-term goal, they work hard. In the process, company will benefit. So this is the reason behind they ask you a personal long-term goal. Then they want to gauge your career path, whether there is any deviation in your ideology or in your career. They want to check. And finally, they want to judge your suitability to the job also. So these are the reasons why they ask this question, and we shall now see the strategies that you can adopt to answer this question. First one is generic, second one is industry or company specific, and the third one is skill specific. The generic one, as you give, something goes like this. The generic one, something goes like this, like I want to see myself down the road in 5 to 10 years in top leadership positions where I can take decisions, implement my plans and strategies for the success of the company. This is a generic one. You can adopt this for any position, any industry. Sometimes you can give industry or company specific long-term goal. Like you have gone to the interview for a position, or the position you have applied for is related to design. Then you can give, I want to see myself as an ace designer or as an ace engineer in designs, and I want to invent, or I want to prepare, or I want to make some tools particularly in design down the road in 5 to 10 years. This is how you can say. And sometimes you can give skill specific, like particularly the strengths or soft skills, like skill specific long term goal. Because I am creative and a problem solver, I want to work in this particular industry and I want to go for a patent for the company. This is how you can give a skill specific long term goal. And let us see the golden tips. Never ever reveal your plans of getting a government job, higher studies, business plans, and plans for marriage or children. Please keep it to yourself. Then always align your long term goal with that of the company's goal. Then your goal needs to sound ambitious rather than casual. And the key to your success is practice, practice, and practice. So, with this, we have come to the close of this, and catch me in my next video. Thank you.